Good evening, boxing fans. Welcome back. Rummy is my name. Not knowing shit about boxing is my game. This is Rummy's Corner. So with regards to Lomachenko, I remember hearing about this guy, this former two-time gold medal winner who had a fantastic amateur career where his accolades were unprecedented and he had like 400 fights and he lost less than a handful of times. And he came into the professional ranks with some pretty lofty expectations. And I think it was his second bout as a professional when he challenged Orlando Salido for a world title in his second match. I think that was the first time I saw him, and just quickly gone that match, I know that Salido came in over the agreed upon limit of 126 pounds. I think he was 2 1/4 over. I know that Salido fought what would be considered a dirty fight where the referee may have helped him out a good deal along the way. And I understand this was Lomachenko's second fight as a professional, and that there is quite a difference between fighting in the professionals and fighting as an amateur. Something Lomachenko might not have had as firm a grasp on at that time. Anyway, fast forward to this past Saturday night, Lomachenko would challenge Roman Rocky Martinez for, I believe it was the WBO version of the 130-pound title. So this was his 7th fight as a pro, and if he won this fight, he would make history by becoming the fastest fighter to ever win championships in 2 weight classes. So Lomachenko had this on the line, and I think he's made great strides and improvements since the time he fought Salido. And against Martinez, whom he was a big favorite going into this bout, even though it was Lomachenko's first bout at 130, he was a big favorite going into this one, but his skill set really is impeccable. And first and foremost among these impeccable skills, everything for Lomachenko comes from his movement, and that all starts with his feet. He's got exceptionally good footwork, he's got reasonably quick feet, and most importantly, and this is a testament to his high ring IQ, he knows where he has to be and when he has to be there to be effective. It starts at his feet and it works his way up. He twists at the waist very well. He has very good upper body movement. His fists are usually in the right position and he doesn't get off balance very often. And in conjunction with the good footwork and the good upper body movement, he knows how to move his head side to side and in such a way that he can avoid, deflect, slip, or roll with various incoming fire. He has a lot of ways to treat things. Taken together, all of these elements that constitute little subtle movements, taken as an entire package, he operates like a finely tuned machine. All of these operating mechanisms are operating in perfect harmony with one another. And that's what was most impressive to me about Lomachenko in this fight. I mean, again, he was a big favorite against Martinez, but he was showing all of this good movement, putting his punches together well. He doesn't seem to be a predictable guy. He has good variation on both his punch selection and the speed and the delivery at which he throws certain punches. He changes the angles up. He doesn't seem to fall into a pattern where you could say, okay, this guy does this, that, and that. He seems to be a kind of guy who could think on the fly, and he's exhibited good versatility and I believe good adaptability to this point. So after an outstanding performance, things would come to an end in this fight in the 5th round when, after tagging him with a number of good shots, Lomachenko hit him with a left uppercut followed by a right hook, and as you can see there, it was just a vicious 2-punch combo. As Roy Jones said in the commentating, the uppercut kind of lifted his head up and put it right in position for that right hook. Martinez went down and the fight was basically over at this point, and it was a nice display of power to go along with everything else that Lomachenko put on display in this outstanding exhibition. So Lomachenko made history. He became the fastest fighter to ever win major world titles in multiple weight classes. And I thought the post-fight interview with Max Kellerman was interesting because, of course, his one-time conqueror Orlando Salido was there in attendance. and Max Kellerman naturally asked about him, and here's how that segment went down.
Orlando Salido said that you told him that now that he doesn't have a belt, you didn't want to fight him. Do you want a rematch with Salido, who owns the only professional win over you?
Эй, Солида, я не говорил тебе такого, это неправда, не выдумывай. Я готов драться с тобой, я хочу реванш.
Hey, Salido, don't lie. I didn't tell you that. I'm ready to fight you anytime. Let's do it.
Перед боем с Варгасом я сказал ему, ты должен выиграть пояс, ты должен выиграть. Это все, что было из моих уст.
Before the Vargas fight, I told him to win the fight, but I never told him that I'm not going to fight him if he doesn't win the fight. So let's do it.
So for me, I love it. I think this is a great fight. I think it makes sense for this fight to happen right now. Salido recently proved that he could still fight and that he's still relevant. Lomachenko has proven, at least to me, that he's matured a good deal, making the transition from an amateur style into one that would be more successful in the professional ranks. I think he's exhibiting that he's got a strong hold on that transition. I want to see the fight. I think the fight makes perfect sense. And honestly, it reminds me of the situation with Vladimir Klitschko to a certain extent, where after suffering some early career losses to guys like Ross Purity and Corey Sanders and Lamont Brewster, Vladimir initially would never avenge any of these losses on his own. It was his brother Vitaly who avenged his losses against Purity and Sanders, and Vladimir did eventually avenge his loss to Brewster, but this came years later when Lamont was far removed from the fighter who had beaten Vladimir the first time around. As it stands, Klitschko will have a chance to avenge a loss legitimately on his own when it matters, when he faces Tyson Fury in July. But for Lomachenko, I think this is a fight you just gotta get out of the way. And as a fan, what interests me most is, how is Lomachenko gonna deal with Salido this time around? I tend to believe he'll do much better, but will it be enough? And if nothing else, the intrigue behind this is it should give us a pretty good gauge on where Lomachenko is and how much he's progressed as a fighter since that debut professional loss at the hands of Orlando Salido. I hope this fight gets made. I think it'll answer a lot of questions. I think it's relevant, and I think it makes sense. This is Rumsfeld. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more episodes in the future. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.